Hello everybody, here a new video from Rene from Spain, and this one is going to be about the new album of HIRAX. You know, that's an amazing record. I'm going to show you already now. Immortal Legacy. Later I will show you more about this and I'm going to review it. But like you all know, I always like to show the rest of the things I own by the band. You know, because I always like to do that. But people that don't know this band, you know, they can get into it, and not only into the lost records, also maybe they can discover other records by HIRAX, and like that, you know, become a fan of the band. I mean, we're gonna start, okay? Let's start from the first days of HIRAX. I'm talking about these days. You know, back in the mid-80s. I mean, Keaton De Peña, you know, the vocal player. I mean, this guy is really the guy that's behind this band, still nowadays, because the other band members, you know, just left after their first years of HIRAX. But of course, the first albums, like for example this one, or Hate, Fear and Power. This one is from '86. They came out on Metal Blade Records, both of them. I mean, here they were playing more a thrash, hardcore type of thing, you know. It was not pure thrash power metal like they play nowadays. It was heavier, with shorter songs, and more thrashcore, you know. I always love this photo here. You see a lot of demos and a lot of records. For sure it's made in a record shop. Anyway. This is '86. In '87 they released a demo that later came out, you know, or not a demo but recordings that came out years later. You see, this is a nice 10-inch, blessed in Bangkok, a 10-inch. And later when HIRAX was finished, I mean, the singer went on with the first bass player of Metallica, Ron McGovney, and he formed Phantasm. You know, and also they had Jane Hoglan, the drummer of Dark Angel, in the band back then. You know, and they recorded a 6-song demo in '87. And this came out on vinyl years later. I don't know exactly when. Oh yeah, in 2001. This came out on vinyl. It's quite a cool release, and it came out on, see, on transparent vinyl. Okay, but after this release, finally, HIRAX, you know, the singer, he decided to put the band together again with new band members, and he released a couple of cool releases, like for example the new Dark Age of Terror. See, this is a very cool release. It came out in 2004. Also, he released some minis, like for example this one or this one here, and this DVD. That's very cool. Live at Keep It True Festival in Germany. And the Metal Forces Festival, also in Germany. You know, it's also a very cool release. And then later, he released El Rostro de la Muerte. That's an amazing record. And just this year, he released Immortal Legacy. With the same band members that were on this CD too. Only one guitar player, Glenn Roger, is not on this album anymore. He was still on this album, but not on this album anymore. Now on this record, you only have Lance Harrison on guitar. Okay, but I would like to talk a little bit about this record. This came out in limited edition, vinyl. But the cool thing is, it also came out on CD, together with this vinyl. That's why you paid like one price. I think I paid 22 euros. And then you also have this CD. And that's the cool thing about it, because the CD you can put it on your iPod, you can put it in the computer, and then the record you can put it on your record player, just for home. See, in blue vinyl. And I love everything about this record because it looks amazing and it sounds amazing because it's produced by the famous producer Bill Metoyer, you know, and also with the help of HIRAX. Okay, let's get a little bit into this record. I mean, I've been listening to the record a lot the last couple of days, and it sounds very much like this one, really. You know, it went as a continuation, you know, musically from this album. And I think if you mix, if you don't know the band, I like to describe it a little bit, the sound of this band. I think if you mix Slayer, let's say mid-80s Slayer, with the last 2 or 3 records by Exciter, if you mix those two styles, I think you get the music of HIRAX of nowadays. You know, it's a power thrash metal, that's what you get. Not pure thrash, not pure power metal, it's like a mix between those two styles. The record is a little bit under the 40 minutes. And I think that's a good thing, because like that it never gets boring. You know, it's nice to listen to the album over and over again. There's no boring songs on it. There's even 2 instrumental songs. Earthshaker is an instrumental, plus you have an instrumental intro. You see, here. And then, yes, each song is smoking, you know, it's like cool songs. So maybe some of my favorite songs will be Thunder Roar, The Conquest, La Boca de la Bestia, The Mouth of the Beast. That's just one song title. I mean, don't think it's like a couple of songs. This was one song title. And I like also Tied to the Gallows Pole. That's the last song from the A-side. That's a great song. And yes, The World Will Burn is also nice. Plus, there's also a bonus track on the LP called Mass Hysteria. And that's also, of course, a very cool song. And what more I want to say about this, because you know I'm not very good in reviewing records, but of course for sure there's more things to talk about. Yeah, the sound, like I already said, the sound is amazing. The presentation, of course you can see it here, is like incredible. And I think the only thing I can say is that I think anybody that likes the last 2 albums by HIRAX, El Rostro de la Muerte and The New Age of Terror, plus the EPs I showed you before on CD, I think if you like that type of HIRAX, that style of HIRAX, I think you will like this one too. If you're only used to the old HIRAX, you know, when they were playing shorter songs, more thrashcore, then this is quite different. But I think nowadays they're even better than back in the 80s. You know, I think that Keaton de Peña is like an amazing frontman, an amazing singer. And on this record, on this new album, he sings maybe better than ever. I think he sings like with a lot of power, a lot of aggressivity, you know, a lot of attitude. Because this guy has a lot of attitude. I saw him once live in 2003 in Germany at the Bang Your Head festival. And of course he was amazing. You know, the way he can handle the audience, the way he expresses himself, the way he talks and sings to the audience directly. It's just amazing. That's why I think this guy deserves all our respect. Because since he reformed the band in 2001, 2002, he has been releasing amazing stuff. And this new record, it's just another cool record. That's why buy this or die and stay metal forever!